Why do you come here? Welcome.
You know, I've done better opening bits, but I've done worse opening bits too. Listen, if Cyberpunk did one thing, if Cyberpunk contributed one thing to society outside of Edge Runners, it was Keanu Reeves saying, "Why do you come?" and then very funny music playing afterwards. Bowser is coming. You're pretty fucking good, Shadow Mage. Also, hi, Shadow Mage. Hi, Juice. Hi, Pig. Hi, Cahill. Cahill, get the fuck out of here. I never want to see your face around these parts again. You hear me? You're done. You never work on this town again. Oh my goodness. You know what it was? It's hard not to hear you. You know what? You can just go. You can like. You don't have to be. You don't have to come. Da 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 da. You know, Snapcube has that on her soundboard and uses it decently frequently. Maybe that should be the only thing I have on my soundboard. No bands made. Oh no, look something up real quick. Observation Duty 3. Because I talked about playing those on, Oh, 3 is... Oh, okay. Yeah, we might be playing... We might... After the Sekiro stream this Thursday, we might play Observation Duty. Because I didn't want to start with 5. That's the most recent one, but they changed the systems a bit. And I didn't want to go all the way back to 1. But, you know, I was looking at the different ones. I didn't realize 3 was only like $2. I can get a $2 game for stream. It's a business expense. For a stream no one will come to. No one will come. Da 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 da. This is a great start to stream already. But anyway, yeah. So we're working on my Wallop Brother films again today. Specifically. So here's the bit. Both of the bros are going to be like standing here on their ship. And did I say the name? I think I said the name of their ship on stream before. So I'll say it again. The ship is the sinking anchor. The shit. Oh well. I mean, it's got good reviews on Steam. I'll look into it more. If anyone here is also curious about playing Observation Duty on stream, please do DM me. I would very much appreciate it. Be like, Cahill, here's what you should do. Cahill, be smart. And I'll be like, no. But anyway, so yeah, bros are on their ship looking at some stuff. And right now I have Willie, his eyes pop out and it says pay. And then I'm going to do the same amount of frames for Walt, who will be more in the foreground off to this side. But his will say day, so that's why payday. I'm doing the same amount of frames, but I am planning to like offset them basically, so that way Willie's eyes go boing first, and then like half a second after that, Walt's eyes go boing. Are we still starting soon? Oh, I thought I changed that. Thank you for telling me, Juice. There we go. I mean, we were starting soon. Technically, any time the starting soon screen is up on screen, we're starting soon. But anyway, yeah. So this is what I got so far. I need to work on what was I thinking of? Wall. Okay, I'm gonna get rid of that. I think I should just redraw Walt. I've never heard this Sonic song before. Anyway, I was thinking about Observation Duty because it'd be an easy game to play on stream. But I mean, Smage has spoken out about being like, I don't like that game. Well, I don't know. Ditto, it's a jam though. It is. I mean, isn't that the bit? Sonic has a lot of bad things, but boy oh boy does it got some good music. I think this one is from Colors. It's like from Colors or Lost World. What I like in terms of the games, I mean, here's the thing. I'm gonna be trying to take streaming a bit more seriously when I get home, just because at the very least until I get a part-time job, it'll be all I really have to do. So I want to do my best at being a little professional this generation's with it. Modern Smage big generation fan. Walt dash 12? No, 10. Who's a fan of this music in particular? I think Officer Duty. Wait, no, Officer Duty. Officer. He said duty. Anyway, I don't know. I mean, I like watching Jacksepticeye, and I thought about that one day. I was like, man, if Jack ever did like, because he's done videos where it's like surprising smaller streamers, and I was like, if he did that to me, I'm not sure if I could help myself from doing bad Irish. But anyway, also feel that, Shadow Mage. Completely understandable. But what was I just thinking of? But yeah, I like watching Jack and Mark play the, Observation Duty. It's a very good, just like chill out time kind of game where it's like, just to hang out. It's what I wish if someone approached me and was like, Cahill, your job now, like the part-time job you're going to do is you're gonna watch spooky cameras for an entire night, point out anything different, and if something scary happens, it'll be okay. We'll still make sure you get paid and shit. I'd be like, okay. Very. Allie needs a raise. She does. Before I stopped watching Game Grumps, Allie was one of my favorite things they had. I'm gonna make sure your corpse get paid. Sage, let me ask you something. How do you feel about Observation Duty? Sage is super. Thank you for pinning that incredibly important message. Juice. You are so right. Oh my gosh, Queen, yes. It's super fun. I think this is the best. I think this is the best idea I've had. I feel like it's popular enough. It's exactly. So, yeah, maybe we have. No, shut up, Smage. You're cool. Maybe we have not one but 2 game streams coming up in the near future. Who would have thought? Who would have thunked it? Not me. Not Barack Hussein Obama. He doesn't think about me at all, really. Do you think he's doing okay? Or do you think he's really stressed? How much do you think he concerns himself with the world nowadays? But also you. He is significantly less stressed now. That's what I'm saying. I feel like if I had become president of the United States, and yeah, if I had become president of the United States and I was now no longer president of the United States, assuming I didn't do anything, you know, illegal, I would just be like, really, just like, don't tell me anything. I did my bit. You know, no matter what I did, I affected the world about as much as most people can affect the world. So, I'm out of the game now. Don't come talking to me. Oh, fuck yeah, Sonic Mania music. See, that's the other thing. Because when I was thinking about, like, oh man, what game... It would be fun to play some games on the channel. What are some easy games to stream? One of them was Sonic Origins, because, man, I love Sonic CD. His young daughter's volleyball game. Were you actually... Juice, is that true, or did you make that up? That's so specific. I was oh my lord. That's real. Hot damn. Mad Juice, what a Chad. A real Chad. I love Juice. My fellow Americans. I like Juice. I'm not doing a good Obama today. I don't have Obama within me. But anyway, yeah. With my president money, I would be like, okay, I'm retiring to an island where no one will ever find me. And if the world goes to shit while I'm there, who cares? I did what I did. Hopefully I tried not to make it worse. But you know, tomato, tomato. So, peace. Michelle, you, remember Juice? What an outstanding lad. Yeah. But yeah, in case y'all didn't hear, we will be doing an all-day Sekiro stream on this Thursday, this coming Thursday. That's the day my pay comes in from work, actually. So, I'll be all like, I'm feeling good. Time for Sekiro to change that. Time to play my... Yeah, Sekiro probably is still my least favorite FromSoft game. Sekiro is better made than Dark Souls 2, but I still have more fun with Dark Souls 2. My fellow Americans. But yeah. I feel like if I was Obama, I'd get a text from Joe and he'd be like, I'm president now. And I'd be like, good for you, Joe. Make sure you head by the island when you're done. No, I'm just setting it on a low. I'm just setting it at a low bar. Also, don't ban Pig Juice. I need Pig. He's my emotional support ham. Okay, actually, yeah, I will say Dark Souls 2, good action fantasy game. Still not a good Dark Souls is great action fantasy. And Dark Souls 2 just doesn't reach to the bar that the other ones do. And if you're like, well, Dark Souls 1, I still like Dark Souls 1 more. Also, yeah, Pig on one of his recent fantastic streams. Y'all should really check out Pig. Make sure you're watching Pig when he goes live. Got through Lost Izalith today. And there's definitely some parts of Lost Izalith. Impeccable. Thank you. That will not be you won't be able to see that in the VOD. Oh wow, I gotta do. Wait, where's the sketch? Here's Skeb. But anyway. Yeah, I mean, a lot of people are like, Lost Isola sucks. And I was like, it's not the best, but it's okay. I genuinely have never had that much of an issue with it. To the point where I was be like, oh, ugh. Like, some of the design decisions in it are stupid, but listen, if we're taking off points for stupid decisions, then we're gonna end up, then I'm gonna end up making fun of Dark Souls 2 again. So, you really gotta pick and choose your battles here, people. Okay, I gotta move Walt back. Because his eyes should be like here, and that is at the side of his head. That's where his ear should be. Damn it. Wrong layer. Oh my lord. Why do I have to piss so bad? Because I was drinking coffee. I will be right back. Watch my children as I'm gone, chat. Why is life like this? Anyway, hi Nerf. I think urinals are pranks. I've ranted about urinals before, but thinking about it, like really thinking about it, I think urinals were made by someone who was like, no way anyone will actually do this. And then people started doing this, and they just kind of kept up with the bit forever. Anyone who wants to transition to become a man, don't never try urinals. They're not worth it, I assure you. There was someone on my brother and me who asked about that, who was like, I recently just transitioned and I just want to know what is urinal etiquette. And the brothers tried to give good advice, but I think the reality is there is just no good advice for it. And urinal should be feared and shunned. For that one art piece that had the whole art world in shambles because they couldn't agree if it was art or not. I mean, maybe urinals are art. It's a commentary about how easy it is to get people to pull their cocks out. Because fucking... it shouldn't be that easy. But yet... Exactly. Yeah, no. Also, I don't know if I said this on... Just don't. Exactly. I don't know if I said this on stream, but... Fucking... Like... Gendered bathrooms in general are stupid. Because the much better answer is each bathroom, quote-unquote, stall is actually like its own small room. Like, if you just conglomerated all public bathrooms into, like, the space into, like, just separate room stalls, one, it would be cleaner, and two, fucking, like, no one would ever have an issue. We're done talking about this, because bathrooms are gross, but... That's what I'm on about, you know? It's what I'm saying. Bathrooms are gross, and a lot of design mistakes were made. I will take Sage's question, and then we will move on. But yeah, public bathrooms are awful, and they didn't have to be, but they are now. I don't think there's a timeline in which we have, like, separate rooms for each stall, and anyone in that timeline is like, wow, I wish all these toilets were together. I haven't had that happen, Sage, but I fear it happening. I fear it happening, and it's one reason I hate urinals. I will say, okay, so this is going to incriminate me, but we are moving on, so it's better to talk about this than bathrooms. This do not exactly. Early on when I was working at my current job, which I cannot wait to move on from, was someone came in and they were wearing a Shadow the Hedgehog shirt. But wait, stop. Because if you're like, oh, is it like a cool design? Like, you know, like, was it like a Hot Topic tee? Or no, it was a plain white t-shirt with a PNG of Shadow the Hedgehog on it. And specifically, it was the image of Shadow used in the meme where he says, nice cock. And when I saw that, I went up to them because doing customer service, I love complimenting people's shirts and talking to them about like what they're wearing and stuff like that. So I went up to them and I was like, oh, super cool, Shadow. And they're like, yeah, I love a Shadow, blah, blah, you know, talking Sonic and stuff. Before they left, I was like, yeah, nice shirt. And I walked away after that and I heard them and they knew exactly what I was referring to. Yeah, I didn't. I just said, nice shirt. Because if they didn't know the meme, then they just thought I did a Shadow impression, which is weird, but, you know, I'm still complimenting their shirt. But if they did know the meme, then they knew exactly what they were wearing and what I was referencing. And they 100% did. I did not hear verbatim what they said, but like the person wearing the shirt explained it to their friend next to them. Say nice cock to the shirt. Well, here, but they're wearing. If I had, it would have been the most applicable use of that because they are wearing a shirt that is basically inviting you to say it. They are actively wearing a shirt. It's like if someone was wearing a shirt that says, "Why did the chicken cross the road?" Like, you could come up and say, "Oh, well, to get to the other side," you know? Like, you are saying the punchline to the thing they are wearing. The punchline to this one just happened to be nice cock. I know about that. Yeah. Yeah, there have been some wild, like, at the specific store I work with, which I'll talk about when I'm not working there anymore. Whether that's to my detriment in my professional career or not, I don't really care. But yeah, there's definitely some people come in wearing shirts. I'm like, of all places to wear that shirt, why here? There he goes, friend, you trust very much. They didn't know what I was. Yeah, I mean, it's hit or miss, but honestly, if there's one social interaction I am good at having, it's relating to strangers about pieces of media we both enjoy. You know what I mean? Like, that is what I know how to do. Because I like talking about pieces of media I like enjoying. So more often than not, I'm able to gauge, like, okay, what's like at least the introductory level of reference I can make here, so they know that I know what I'm talking about. Oh yeah, I didn't even say this. I meant to, and I'll probably put it in What was the thing, you know? I'll probably put this in a friend Discord anyway for posterity to immortalize the interaction. But there's a Comic-Con here, right? It was the one I went to. And you know, obviously the day after I went, I was working. So every now and then some people will come in and they usually had elements of cosplay. You know what I mean? Like a piece of clothing that was clearly meant to go with a cosplay, or like their hair was done in a certain way, right? But then 3 people come in full-on JoJo Part 6 cosplay, and one of them is just Jotaro. So as I was working the floor that day, I went up to that person and I stuck out my hand and I was like, "Famed marine biologist Dr. Kujo, it's such an honor to meet you." And then they shook my hand and laughed and everything. But like, that's what I'm talking. Because if you've made it to part 6 of JoJo, you know, like, you're probably in deep enough that you know what Jotaro does for a job. You know what I mean? Especially since it's such a large joke in the community that, like, during part 4, Jotaro got his doctorate to become a marine biologist. Yeah, but okay, but here's what I mean, Juice. You can watch part 4 and not have picked up on that, but part 6 is so far in and has so many elements of all the past parts connected to that if you're there and you're cosplaying it, then you 100% know what he does for a profession, because you are that deep in. If you only watch Diamond is Unbreakable, which is honestly completely possible, you could watch Diamond is Unbreakable as its own almost slice of life anime, then you don't necessarily have to pick up on what Jotaro does for a job. You'll probably find out in part 5 though, where you see his fucking office, which is like the coolest office in the world, and it's just covered in marine biology stuff. And I was like, train guy. Oh, that's pretty cute, Sage. You're absolutely right, Chatted Mage. As we are bonded now over weird fucking shit. Over knowledge of me, a moron on the internet. What was I thinking of? Also, question. I was thinking about this the other day. So, like, y'all have seen Walt and Willie now. They are two of the oldest characters I've ever made. How similar do they look to you guys? Like, I'm curious, because to me they're two very distinct entities. But, 1 second. Like, do these two look basically identical to you guys? Or can you tell, like, the differences between them? If someone recognizes it, I will give them $20. A crisp $20. And functionally, yes. Other than colors. That's fair. I mean, like, that's fine. I'm not the first fucking cartoonist to do that. But they are the same at the glance. That's fine. Wait, the nose. Yeah, I've done the nose on purpose. And the other one is beta as fuck. Which one is beta? Wait. Okay. So the main difference is Walt is older and has more wild hair and wears his cap sideways and it has the W on it. Willie is the left one. Damn, you don't have to do Willie like that. He doesn't have to be here. Don't you come at my boy Willie. I want to be completely clear. Walt is a fucking moron, okay? Willie is about... They have two brain cells between them, and Willie has both of them. As a create. Okay, well, he's also 11. So, be careful. They're also both children. So, yeah, and oh my lord. She just goes to a daycare and just starts labeling certain children beta male cucks. I shouldn't be surprised. That sounds like his problem. What, being 11? We are not. Not anyone who tries to explain cuckoldry to Shadow Mage will get banned. Well, not banned, but Juice, if you know. Okay. Welp. Nope, I gotta do it. I was about to say I was going to do it, but now I have to do it. Okay, everyone, hold on. No. Wait, Cahill, please. Juice. You're on thin ice. You understand me? First off, here's what I'll do. Clear chat. That's a... Oh, damn it. That's not... Oh, well, who cares? But anyway. Do not censor Juice. I'm not, but I was like, don't explain it. And I was literally like, Juice... as they typed it, I was apparently in the process of talking about how if Juice types it, I will unmod them for the rest of stream. Also, we're not I was sending it as you said not to. Well, anyway, and also, Shadow Mage, if you're talking about alpha and betas, absolutely not. That's worse than cuckolding. Oh my lord. I mean, if I was gonna say, it's just like, it's so interesting, that juice. Oh, weird. Okay, yeah, that you can say something. I was about to be like, now juice. Think about the interaction we just had. Anyway, it's so interesting that Shadow Mage asks, because I don't. If there's a thing people say on the internet and I don't know what it means, I don't ask. I don't ask. I don't fucking wonder. I'm just like, well, that's an internet thing I don't know. Good for me. I don't know a thing on the internet, and I'm better for it. Mm-hmm. I am not of the school of thought, mostly because Lovecraft was a fuckhead. So I'm not of the school of thought that ignorance is bliss. But there are just some things you don't need to know. You really don't, Shadow Mage, because none of this is your fault, so it's not like you have to explain yourself. In fact, it might be better if you don't, but I mean, it's up to you. Yeah, Lovecraft is a fuckhead, so I don't think ignorance is bliss, but there's just some things you don't need to, like, worry about. You know what I mean? Like, sometimes you just don't have to it's not a case of knowing everything is pain. It's just that not everything needs to be thought of. It can exist, you can know it exists, but it doesn't mean you have to be, it doesn't mean it has to always be thought of. Oh my lord. Oh my lord! Okay, 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 okay. I mean, okay, I get where you're coming from now, Shadow Mage. But inherently, there's two parts to that, and I will explain this. I think, one, the insult of being a cuck is typically under the assumption that you would not be a willing cuckold. And two, I do think it is typically somewhat rooted in a bit of misogyny, where it's like, oh, they took your woman, and it's like, well, she's her own person. She can do what she wants. That's just cheating then. I mean, I guess, but I don't know. I mean, you're literally asking us to explain. Shadow Mage, I need you to realize you're asking us to explain, like, Xbox Live insults to you. Like, that's quite literally what this is. People use this to insult each other over a microphone on Xbox. So, there's not going to be a, hello, Riku. I'm glad you made it. There's not going to be a good explanation. Or a good reason. Because they don't have one. And the conversation is over. Exactly. I hope because you realized you were trying to have us explain something completely, like, just irrational to you. Through no fault of your own. I'm now explaining to you, people do not think through insults on the internet, they just insult on the internet. Not to make space ice cream, but is it to make fog? Because fog is fun. You want to subject them to that. Okay, well, still, just process the fact that that's an insult on Twitter, and thus there is no reasoning behind it. Twitter is a cesspool, and everyone is awful. There's no reason behind anything. It's not worth thinking about. Yeah, and I do, but I still know there's awful parts of it. And like cat accounts. You're right. What was I thinking of? Also, I should not need these layers on anymore, because now what we're basically gonna do is we're gonna be working on, like, you know, this transferring. Yeah. Okay, we're not okay. Okay, everyone. We're now going to list okay Twitter accounts to follow. Should be in the single digits. Oh my goodness. Usopp takes a sit. Yeah, that one's great. That's true, Shadow Mage. Also, Riku, let me ask you something. Would you be interested if I stream observation duty? And if people are like, Cahill, are you just fucking asking singular chatters that now? Yeah, I don't have a large chat. I can literally ask everyone one by one what they want to see me stream. And that is a completely feasible and reasonable thing to do. Observation duty. I've said it before, but Splatoon is a train I completely missed. And I will not be hopping on it anytime soon. Everyone's like, yeah, I love Splatoon, and I'm like, I like some of the art y'all do of Splatoon. That's about it. That is about as deep into it as I get. Keep it up. You saw me play Splatoon for the first ever time when they visited me. It didn't go well. I'm down with whatever you do. Oh my lord. I appreciate that, Riku. I just love it's it's really just hilarious because I am kind of a decisive person to a degree, but I largely just like doing, you know, what everyone else, like whatever role other people need me to do. No, you're fine. But it's just funny because I'll be like, yeah, guys, really like give me input. Let me know what I can do to improve stream. And they're like, oh, honey, whatever you want to do. And I'm like, you don't understand. My mental illness requires instructions. But y'all are good. I appreciate it. I am more... Oh my lord. Well, there's a commercial, so I'll wait a bit. Commercial break. Commercial break. I'm waiting to see if we're back now. A friend of mine was talking about like playing more ads on their stream. in large part to make sure that they don't get mid-roll. Or was it mid-roll or pre-roll? It might be pre-roll, because pre-rolls are actually like a stream killer for quite a for a lot of people. But like I didn't end up messaging them, but in my head I was just thinking, like, it's not really your fault that Twitch is for some reason obsessed with monetizing their platform in the worst possible way. Like, does Twitch realize there's other stuff they could do in order to, like, encourage people to spend money on their platform? And ads are the opposite of that. I don't think they do, because they're not doing it. But anyway, yeah, I mean, the reason I waited for the commercial to be done is just to say, like, I 100% appreciate, like, just the blanket support. Infinitely more than I will ever be, like, even exasperated by not getting instructions from my chat. If anything, it's the opposite of a problem many streamers have, where their chat is like, do this specifically 100 times a stream. So, again, thanks, y'all. Y'all are some real ones, I gotta say. Some real cuties in chat. But yeah, I might give, I don't know. We'll see what the schedule's like after what's the thing about? After Sekiro. I actually, let me make sure, because I got my new schedule and certain things are happening on certain days, which might mean stream is fucky luckied. Yeah, I won't be able to stream Sunday or Monday after Thursday. So make sure you come to the Thursday stream. And then I only have the Thursday after that. So, we'll see. We'll see. It really just depends. You know how it be. You know how it is. Yeah, I'm tired of work. When I get back to Jersey, I'm just gonna be looking for a job that pays the bills and isn't too schedule intensive. You know what I mean? Like, I clock in, I work as hard as they need me to. Maybe a bit more if I'm feeling good that day. Like, I can go above and beyond. But in part of that, I request the schedule not be just the worst. I'm no tax expert, so I cannot advise you on this, Shadow Mage, but I definitely don't want you hobbling down anywhere with a busted leg. Also, I realized I didn't do the little sailor tie. That's probably one of my favorite things I've done with making Walt and Willie a bunch of pirates, is I've given them the little sailor cape. I don't know what the fuck it's called, or why sailors have it, or why the protagonist of JoJo's Part 8 wears a sailor uniform in the year 2020. But it's fun. And yeah, that's the end of it. Fun fact. Oh, good. Oh, that wasn't an ad. It was more Sonic music. I thought it was ad music for a minute. Fun fact about Walt Disney. Walt illegally enlisted into the military in World War I because he thought his brother Roy looked good in a sailor uniform. It was like, those sailor uniforms are cool. And Roy was like, yeah, you should join the Navy. And then Walt tried, and they're like, fuck you, you are a year too young. And Walt was like, damn it. So then he faked documentation and joined the Red Cross in France. But then the war, he like enlisted, and then the war ended. He's like, well, time to go back to America. And then he started doing cartoons. It's called Camp. Ignorant heterosexual. Wow. Fun thing about Sonic music is I haven't played half of the Sonic games out there. And thus, you know, I don't know a lot of the music that plays during them. And I'm okay with that. There's only a handful of good Sonic games, and I've played most of them. You can debate if, like, the adventure, like, trilogy is all too good to begin with. Especially when I streamed 2, and that ended up being, like, you know, we got to a point where I was like, okay, well, oh, the handheld one, sure. Yeah, I consider Heroes part of the adventure games, and if you have a problem with that, then I don't know. Sucks to suck. Just because it wasn't called Sonic Adventure 3 doesn't mean it wasn't basically Sonic Adventure 3. If Heroes were good, well, maybe you are blinded by nostalgia for the Adventure series. Did you even consider that? Huh? No. I'm not even saying Adventure was, like, bad, necessarily. I'm just saying. I don't think Heroes was the step down everyone thought it was. 06, definitely. Heroes seems about on par. Just felt incredibly off to me. Yeah, well, I think the physics in Adventure feel off to me. That's why I like me a 2D Sonic. I love the style of classic games. I'm not even particularly nostalgic for it. I just like how they did the classic games. They had some design issues too, but I still thought they were, like, fun and worth it. And Mania being, like, the ultimate spiritual successor to that was great. That's fair. Frontiers was pretty fun. I really liked playing Frontiers and doing a lot of the stuff in it. They really need to work on their physics, though, in that one. Because if y'all have ever seen or played Sonic Utopia, I actually think Frontiers had a better level design kind of idea than Utopia did. Because it wasn't just like get through this big open world to the finish line. It was get through the big open world and find the puzzles to do and blah blah blah, so you can get the Chaos Emerald to do the boss, blah blah blah, in any order you want. And I think that was really cool. But where Frontiers could learn from Utopia is just having cool physics and parkour to do as you go from one location to the other. Like, I want to be in one, because a lot of the, I think part of the problem with Frontiers is that so much of the stuff, while it is cool and fun, is like an on-rail sequence. Like, you are not supposed to get off the set pieces as you do them. But what I want to do is just have a bunch of ramps and corkscrews and wheels everywhere. And as I build up speed, I'm able to launch off of one parkour set piece in this Sonic open world onto another one and do the stuff there. And also, the fact they got rid of Sonic rolling into a ball in a lot of the 3D titles suck. That was one of the best ideas they had. And also, I think part of the basis of why he goes so fast in the original games. And it helps that it makes you somewhat invincible while you're doing it. So again, learn from Utopia in that way. Sonic, please. You're getting closer. You're getting closer to the mark with your 3D games. At least with Frontier. Please. Because you can still have the on-rail stuff. I like the cyberspace levels. I legitimately had fun with them. Just improve the open world just a bit. That's all I'm asking. All I'm asking is unambiguous. Maybe, yeah. I'm not counting on it. If they want me to have any faith in them at all, period, what they need to do is make the next Sonic game a true, like, you know, follow-up to Frontiers with legitimate improvements. If they can do that, I will have a small amount of faith. I'll be like, holy shit, they fucking did it. They stuck with an idea and somewhat successfully executed on the concept. Something that hasn't been done in the series in years. But what was I thinking of? That's why I call Heroes a follow-up to Adventure, because after that the series just goes off the rails, you know? Heroes still has a lot of the elements from Adventures in it. But afterwards, we really start to lose track of what the fuck is happening. I just realized I didn't draw Waltz W. No! Oh, C as an avatar. I like Sonic. But like I said, I like classic Sonic. And again, I'm not trying to be blinded by nostalgia there. I'm not like, only 2D games. I'm just saying, I enjoy the classic games the most. I like the level design, and I like cute little Sonic running around. And this is another reason I need to get Origins. You can play as Amy now! They made it so you can play as Amy Rose! Yeah. Well, I can like the art from Adventure. Like, I like how Chaos looks. And I like the redesigns of all the characters. It doesn't mean the game is fantastic, but that's a tired conversation. I mean, to a degree, I feel like saying Sonic Adventure 1 was rough would be like saying old 3D platformers were rough. Like, yes. Correct. Quite a few of them haven't aged well. Because no one knew what they were doing when they made them. Any more astute observations for us, Einstein? Hey, Einstein, I'm on your side. Gamer reference. I did a gamer reference. It's Rosie the Rascal to you. That's a dumb name. I will say, the one thing I don't like in the Sonic Adventure redesigns is how they redid Amy. Because I believe I've said this before, all the fucking Sonic characters barely resemble the animals they're meant to be as is. So making Amy look like less of a hedgehog only confuses the visual language more. Oh yeah, I love Mario 64. I think it's one of the best aged games of its time. Despite fucking video essayist on YouTube. Video essayist number 74 being like, is Mario 64 actually bad? It's like, I don't fucking know. I had fun with it. 74. Yeah, 74. Boo. Boo. Bobby. How many frames did I do of Willie with his, I can feel the sunshine. Three, 4, 7, 4. I mean, I could keep going. There's like a million accounts on YouTube. I could go off on it forever, but you get the gist. You get the gist. Da 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 da. Man, I'll say this, my work is lucky, cause I was there fucking all day yesterday. And I'm not joking about that. I was there from 2 hours after opening till close near midnight. And if 2 people at my job had not given me some good reviews recently, I'd be like, I'm calling out. I don't care. Fucking all day. Yes, exactly. It was very tiring. So, oh my lord. Well, then they shouldn't make me be there so much, Shadow Mage. Regardless, if 2 people had not been very kind to me at work so far, I'd more seriously consider calling out tonight. But I'd rather not repay their kindness by not fucking show. Like, it's not like I'm gonna help them specifically, but I don't want them to officially be like, Dylan's a good worker, and me to be like, and I'm not showing up now. That's a bad way to do that. That's bad practice. You know, I want to live up to their praise, not be like, aha, you thought, bitch, you thought. No! Juice, destroy the spider. That's it. Spiders have gone too far now. We end them. No! Don't you dare, Smage, I'll ban you. It is wild because, like, while there's definitely many situations where an insect will be prompted to bite you, sometimes you don't even realize they're there, and they're just like, and now I attack. And it's like, you could have peacefully exited the situation without doing anything, and I would have not been aware of your presence. But no. Instead, they decided to be fuckheads. No! Smage, if you seriously got bitten, I would consider at least investigate what kind of spider it is. Mayhaps going to a doctor if it is called for. But there's only a handful of spiders that really require any kind of actual medical treatment. Put some ice on it? Yeah, that too. No! Smage! Smage, apologize. Okay, I'll accept that. I'll accept that as your mandated nice to sageness. Go fight the spider. Pig, go fight the spider. Fuck. It's Charlotte's Webs too. Wilbur's revenge. The pigs and the spider have gone to war. I saw a thing earlier today about doing more fan art to help promote your own original stuff. And I definitely could stand to do that. Just in general, to do more art. And then also, you know, that part too. Like, it's just 2 birds with 1 stone, if I'm being honest. That's good to see. I was gonna say, there was one time I thought I got bit by a spider and I was really worried. But then it was so much worse than a spider bite that now I don't think I'd actually care if I was being bit by a spider. I would say, oh, thank God it wasn't that again. Hey guys, do you want to know the worst way to find out you're allergic to poison ivy? Spoiler alert, it is by getting a really bad case of poison ivy. It's not like I've had better experiences, if I'm being honest. Wipe your ass with poison maybe using it as toilet paper. I mean, it's pretty close because, like, yeah, it could be on a worse body part, but it's about the same. You guys are basically on the same track. You're using different words, but what you're saying is by getting poison ivy, and the answer is correct. Also, how many was that? 1. Oh wait, no, that's 2. Okay, ready? How many frames did I do with this? 1, 2. I'm just gonna say 2 because I love how this is I'm really excited to see how this plays out more, because like right here is where you see pay in full, but here it's coming out like the A is on the bridge between his eyes, and we just kind of skip the part of time where I guess it morphs out of his nose. Immune? That's pretty good. At the same time, the human immune system is a wonderful thing. I'm also very upset with it a lot of the times. Because you can break down a lot of different ailments to the immune system overreacting. And it makes me want to like personify the immune system and say, hey, could you chill the fuck out for like 5 seconds? You're actually killing us. And it would probably say like lol lamau. Lamau even. Classic Scorpion and the Frog. Usopp's Fables. Is fucking Usopp in One Piece named after Aesop, the classical Greek storyteller? Sure, it all day. That being said, some of the funniest things is like peppers, because peppers make capsaicin as a defense mechanism to make sure that animals don't eat their seeds, and yet we can't fucking get enough of the stuff. So that kind of stuff is fun. But I'm sure everyone with a peanut allergy would really prefer for the human immune system to chill the fuck out. Jaden Animations actually had a really interesting video where she talked about, like, she got really bad hives at one point, and the doctor didn't really give her like a full-on explanation of what happened. At the end of the day, they just kind of concluded that she was so stressed out from like a bunch of life events that a very minor, immune system irritation caused a really bad breakout, which is super interesting. I'm like, will that ever happen to me? Mild poison to dissuade creatures from eating me, and I ate that personally. Yeah. Another fun, what's the thing, humans make such a habit of separating ourselves from nature when we are still a part of nature, that it can be easy to be like, oh, we're not cool. But we do have some stuff like other animals don't. Something very interesting is that skunk spray doesn't smell as bad to a lot of animals. This doesn't really help us, but I mean, I think it's interesting. But our noses are just evolved in such a way that it smells bad to us. Skunks do not actually rely on stink. They rely on the action of spraying. It just happens to be more. Skunks are super effective against human types. And also, we got opposable thumbs. Everyone takes real good fucking, you know, real, not advantage, but really takes it for granted that we have thumbs when so many animals don't. Have you ever thought about, like, okay, even if, like, a dolphin was, if we prove that dolphins were on par with human intelligence, how the fuck would they be able to build anything? All they have is their mouths. What will they grip stuff with? Would their first invention have to be a device to grip things with? Wanna bet. But yeah, really take advantage of hands. But then it's like, wait, no hands can be tricky. I say that as if there's not humans who have lost their hands, and there absolutely are. But I mean, that's where other, you know, evolutionary advantage comes into play. They got them brains. They are fully able to take advantage of life because they are smart and thus able to just, you know, do things different. Capri cum. Da, 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 da. Man, I kind of want to play Doom again. A good FPS is pretty fun every now and then. Good frames per second, says the animator. And IBS is punishment. I mean, you're assuming that now. You're assuming every human has IBS, Sage. You'll enjoy me, but you'll suffer. I was about to quote bad franchise movie, but you know what? Let's not. I've thought about that recently. I'm just like, sometimes you just need to cut certain media out of your life. Because sometimes the creator of the media is problematic. And it's more important to make sure those people don't have a platform rather than, you know, enjoy something you've already enjoyed. Capsicum. I don't think I believe you, Sage. But yeah. I don't know. Oh shit. Oh shit. Man, I'm probably gonna get McDonald's before work today because I haven't gone grocery shopping and I'm gonna need to eat something. I've barely eaten anything today as is. So that's the other thing, right? Like, I don't know. I think work-life balance is important, and I don't have that right now. And it hasn't changed my mind. You know what I mean? Like, at the end of the day, I could not allow this to continue to be my norm. I would need to do something else. I just like me a good consistent schedule, which is ironic because that is not what my streaming is. But listen, I try. I'm trying, okay? Also, hi, Greg. I don't think there was anything like that, Sage. They've given me plenty of hours. That has not been a problem thus far. If you're talking about me being low on funds, the thing they owed me, I don't know. But I mean, it's all. Even if I don't remember what it is, I can assure you I'm doing fine now. That question was for Greg. Oh, okay. Damn it. You know what? I'll go. No, Sage. I walked in on the A and B conversation. I can see my way out. That's on me. On me for not having for assuming. You know what they say about assuming? Something about asses. And I am an ass man, so I can go. You know what, guys? Just do me a favor. Give me a second. Just you guys just walk. You know, I'm just gonna go. Y'all have a good time while I'm out of here. Just watch the kids for me, okay? I'll be back. In my defense for doing this twice in one stream, I drink a lot of liquids. So I'm a very pissy boy. To be fair though, if maybe I should just consider reabsorbing my urea into my body to both dissuade predators from eating me and maybe make myself live upwards of 500 years. I'm gonna call you piss boy. You little pee-pee piss boy. It's not, it's water. I want you to call me your little pee-pee piss boy. I want this to get embarrassing. We should be completely different people by the end of hour 3. Water, it is, exactly. Y'all should remember to stay hydrated. And again, if you follow in the steps of the Greenland shark, then you will drastically expand your lifespan. Unless human bodies don't work like shark bodies do. In which case, I don't know what'll happen. Cahill Piss Boy Comics. Cahill Comics, piss for everyone. Cahill Comics doesn't have a slogan. But I mean, we also don't have employees. So, you know. I feel like we should fix the latter problem first before thinking about our slogan. Even if I could hire an employee right now, it'd probably be irresponsible because they would be doing a lot of the work as I, you know, work my day job. So. Also, by the way, I'll probably be posting a GIF of this finished segment on the Patreon. So, and in this coming, next Monday, there will be another comic strip uploaded to the Patreon. So, listen, I'm doing my best. I want to make it worth it, which is why I lowball the price. I'm like, you know, I'm going to do my best to put cool stuff on this Patreon, but I also recognize that not everyone has a lot of money, and also, it's not necessarily like, you know, I ain't putting the new season of Mandalorian up on this thing, so let's bring that paywall down a bit. I think I actually try to make it like in the sense, you know, like a nickel. But Patreon's like, you have to do at least $1, and I was like, okay, there's something like that. Because, you know, old comics used to cost like a nickel, so I was like, sure, why not? I just thought it would be a better way of kind of doing a comic than just putting it on Twitter and shit. This sounds like Nope. This sounds like Pokemon music. Oh, one misclick and it went so bad, so quick. Oh, no. Another fun animation bit. There was actually quite a lot of women in early animation, despite it being like the 1920s. They were called ink girls because that's what they would do. They were doing the drawings on. They were like applying the ink and paint such on the celluloid. So, you know, you would do the animation on paper, and then for the film, you would apply it to clear celluloid, and that had to be done manually. So it would be done by ink and paint girls. Which is pretty cool. I like me some cartoons. I think animation is a medium that can be used in just about any format, but I also like cartoons, which is kind of the most traditional, longest standing way to use animation. With fun caricatures and wacky gags. I don't know what happened in the second frame I drew that made so much of the lines deviate from the original, but I'm doing my best to fix that now. Because while I'm always good with a bit of human error to bring the drawing to life a bit, the fact it's so wiggly on the second frame is not as good as I want. We're doing a lot of fun animation stuff today. I mean, I'm just doing it to get in the mood, you know? Another fun animation bit, when Walt Disney and Ub Iwerks and their team made the first Oswald cartoon, Universal really did not like it. Which is ironic, because even though Oswald isn't, you know, the big name nowadays, he was pretty successful in 27 and 28. And Walt actually apologized for how poor quality the short was. So then they made a new one called Trolley Troubles, which... Is that my follow or my sub emote? I think my sub emote is from... No, it's the bit emote. Yeah, Trolley Troubles is the bit emote. And then that became the first Oswald short. They still released the original one, which was called Poor Papa, which is where Oswald having a bunch of little kids came from. But it was not. It was not up to par when they originally made it. So yeah, Oswald having 420 children is not just an epic Mickey fact. He has had a lot of babies running around ever since the old days. Because rabbits. No, Shadow Mage. I'm not going into it. No, I'm going into work. But I'm just gonna hide in a corner for most of the shift. Be like, I'm dead. Maybe some McDonald's Sprite will pick me up. Really make you feel alive. Bun of weed. That's why you're a bunny. I forget what it is. But at one point, I clipped it. But Dear Vitz said the words, "Wow, Cahill, you must fuck a lot." I was like, Dear? It's funny. Deer's pretty great. Deer's pretty good. Everyone go give some love to Deer. That's what I should do. I think I should do two... If I'm going to do fan art to maybe raise numbers a lot, fuck around. Yeah, that is absolutely the kind of fucking I do. Just fuck around a lot. And then I will find out. But I should do some Deer fan art, just because they got a really cool design for themselves nowadays. With like these big old horns. And someone drew them as a cryptid amongst a bunch of birch. Go to Deer's Discord, and I'm sure people will be able to provide you with that specific instance. It was a really good piece by someone in the community. To pig, 20 rupees. But I hope everyone's doing well. You know, like, I'm tired these days, but I do think I'm getting a break coming up pretty soon. And I'm actually going on a trip in May, which is going to be a lot of fun. That is not when I talk about raising money for my move back home. This is not what I am using that money for. That this was a trip I started planning in like January. And it had settled a while ago. Because I'm taking a plane for that, but I have to take the train, which is far more expensive than it has any right being, back to Jersey. And I'm off for like 4 days. Damn, that does sound nice though, Greg. I'm kind of hoping, because like I just said, I'm taking a plane, and it's a pretty long plane ride. I'm hoping it's going to be a nice one, you know? I've never had too much, like, bad experiences with planes. But, you know, every now and then. And if if a day I have off is dedicated to riding in a plane, I really hope the plane ride treats me gently. Because, you know. I'd like to relax. Just don't cause it. But what about automobiles? Fuck, I don't know if I talked about this enough, but of all forms of transportation, I only really get sick during car rides. And I just think cars are the worst. I think everywhere should be... I think our most land transportation genuinely should just be train-based. Even though I was talking about how expensive it is. I mean, part of that is how long the train ride is going to be, on top of me needing to bring my car with me. But having centralized metropolis areas where you're mostly taking the train to get everywhere sounds infinitely nicer than traffic. Sad ka-chow. Yes, I know exactly what you're talking about, Shadow Mage, but it won't stop me from hating on cars. And I am mostly talking about the form of transportation, not the Pixar movies. Though, those are not my favorite Pixar movies by a long shot, so. We need bullet train. Bullet trains would be great. I just really can't get behind automobile-centric civilization. I'm tired of it. I live in one. It's not all it's cracked up to be. Let me tell you. Let me tell you what. Good job. I like trains better. Of course, my favorite mode of transportation is ships. But we don't live in the golden age of piracy, do we? Until the pirate king, Goldie Roger, is caught and executed. And someone in the crowd asks where he hid it. Because he found it, didn't he? That great treasure. The One Piece. And of course, Goldie Roger will say, my treasure? You can have it. You'll just have to search the ends of the world for it. And thus will begin a golden age of piracy. I don't know the original. I read the manga, so I don't know. I can't sing the theme song. Hi, Inkso. I hope I'm saying that right. What's going on? Yeah, sick. Sick, 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 sick. Sick. As I just go... I love how someone came in. I'm doing college work. Oof. Oofa doofa. I am out of college, but... I definitely had plenty days where I was crunching on some projects. I will say, our college... I mean, our college is, like, decently... I'm not trying to be like, I went to a special college, but... Oh, heck yeah! Love a fellow animator. So you know what I'm talking about. What was I thinking of? Because, I mean, when I went into college for animation, so much of the classes were like, you don't have a final, you're going to do one project the entire year, and if it's bad, well, it sucks to be you. And they're like, you gotta follow a schedule. You better be animating. I was talking to a friend about this, but thinking about how I need to, because like I want to and I will be doing 2D animation, whether or not I do it for a job. Since so many people are like 3D animation, and I'm like, whatever. Then I should work on adding it to my reel a bit more. And you know what I want to do? I want to model, and I want to add and do animations of the battle droids from Star Wars. Because I fucking love those guys. When I was a kid, I really wanted to have like a small army of Star Wars battle droids. On different things, you have 5 months for both semester. That's old. That's a, oh my lord. I'm just thinking about the structure of college. I don't necessarily miss school, if I'm being honest. Like, sure, I'm not a fan of the job I have right now, but I also don't miss doing assignments. At least I get paid now. Does your brain hurt? My brain always hurts. I should have it looked at by like a doctor, but my job doesn't pay me that well. Waka waka. American medical joke. You have a brain? Heck yeah. Oh, so you're not even in college yet. I got you. College is pretty fun. Like, I don't miss the structure of school, but I had a good time in my anim college. And ADHD means pain. ADHD mood. I don't think I have ADHD. I've never been tested for it. There's other stuff going on. There's other stuff, you know, in my head. I'm not looking to add another. If someone tried to tell me I have ADHD, I'd be like, no thank you. I've had enough. I'm full for today. English Catholic teacher's worst nightmare describes a lot of my streams. So yeah, that works. Which is ironic, because I went to a private Catholic school for a long time. What was I thinking of? Because one of my friends in real life, their little sibling went to the same Catholic school I went to as like I moved schools a lot as a kid. But they went to the same one I went as like a little kid, and it was pretty fun because, like, you know, I'd be driving them around and then we would pick up their sibling, and I don't know, like getting to go back there and check it out a bit. I was like, childhood, the sweet memory of innocence. A bucket. Let me look at that bucket. Cat soup. Oh no! Aw, I'm glad, Nerf. Soup. Don't cook cats. Cooking a cat? That's not what I meant when I said eating and then I'm shot on sight. By Keanu Reeves, who then says, "Why do you come?" Da da da. I need to stop doing this. It's not a meme anyone cares about, nor is it particularly that funny. I was thinking of a very specific, like, screenshot I saw yesterday, and it just got stuck in my head. They. Otter jam. I'll care about anyone's pronouns if they give me an otter. Heck, I'll do anything for an otter. It is a good thing I've never, ever, he, him. I'm glad. She, they, otter, jam. You're not supposed to state other... Oh, you're saying I shouldn't have stated yours because you didn't use the redeem. That's fair, but I mostly have a redeem for it so that it will like get highlighted in chat. You know what I mean? Peanut butter and Nutella. I've never really been a fan of Nutella. Is the thing. I know everyone's unsubscribing, but I don't know. Like, it's supposed to be chocolate, but if I want chocolate, I'll just go eat chocolate. I'm not a big nut guy. And then everyone makes the testicles joke. No! Ah! Yippers. Someone, I didn't look at my activity feed. Thanks for the follow, Anxo. I wasn't gonna say this because you just came in, but I have been I don't have. Nice try, Sage. Put chocolate on pancakes? Yes, you can. Chocolate chip pancakes are an incredibly popular dish, Anxo. I don't know how to tell you this. You can have like peanut butter and fudge, which is chocolate. That's in pancake. Well, then you can use chocolate syrup. I saw a whole thing from British television where it's like, milk chocolate tastes like vomit, and I'm like, who cares? I don't taste it, and also I like milk chocolate. Everyone's like, milk chocolate so bad, and it's like, oh, yeah, well, I don't want your fucking pure ass chocolate. That tastes worse to me. Like, sometimes it's good, but I like milk chocolate. Exactly! Milk chocolate is good. It's this smoother, sweeter brother to pure dark chocolate. Are we about to start a war? I was watching actually, what was I thinking of? Did not pick up on the, oh, I just bumped my microphone. I'm so sorry about that. Did not pick up on this while I was reading, but it reminds me, there apparently in One Piece, the Straw Hat, there's an ongoing civil war amongst the Straw Hat crew of Straw Hat crew members who eat ice and Straw Hat members who don't eat ice. And it's like split down the middle. Half the crew enjoys crunching on those sweet, sweet ice cubes. And the other half is just like, ew. Oh my goodness. European. I'm not a pee. I've peed a lot this stream. When I make this a VOD on YouTube, I'll just call it Cahill's Pissiest Stream. And YouTube will be like, immediate ban. I don't know what you thought. I don't know how you thought our most recent changes to our platform encouraged you to use the adjective pissiest, but you were wrong. A clip? I just bumped my microphone. I'm so sorry about that. Did not pick up on this. It's me. Oh no, that's not me. Why did it immediately play a different? Why was it like, and now a completely different channel's clip? And I was like, excuse me? Bad idea. From Scotland, I am like 10% Scottish. The rest is Irish. So, just the British Isles, I guess. Which 10%? Specifically, my right leg. A bit of my right leg is Scottish. It's got the Loch Ness on there and everything. Yeah. Did I say this on stream or just to people the other day? I forget. But I was just saying, Like, I don't know. I only ever bring it up because my heritage is so much like just that part of the world. Like, if I was like 10% Italian, 5% Russian, that kind of stuff, I wouldn't bring it up at all because I'd be like, I'm just from America. And I am. I'm just American. Um, but the fact it is so much just like that area is kind of noteworthy to me. And I would never pretend like I know anything about there. But apparently, you know, Cahill is a somewhat known Irish name, so I feel like if I ever met someone from Ireland, I'd be like, know anyone named Cahill? They'd probably be like, no. Born and raised 99, damn. Been in Scotland all my life. And my dad's been in Scotland all his life, and his dad before him. Taco Bell. I mean, if we're talking bad commercials, the new Burger King ones, and before people are like, Cahill, don't talk about it, free advertising. No, I am actively telling people do not go to Burger King. I didn't go to Burger King beforehand, and now it's like they're taking revenge, because this definitely isn't going to get me to go to Burger King more. I'm not going to go to Burger King for a burger. And the ad makes me actively not like their establishment. Hot damn. My great-grandparents... I never met my great-great-grandparents, but a lot of my great-grandparents were alive when I was a younger child. So, I have definitely met a lot of the older members of my family who were around long, long before me. One of my aunts lived to be like 110. Where his leg was, he was in a wheelchair. Damn. Oh, I'm sorry about that. Don't you dare go to Burger King, Shadow Mage. Yep. I don't know. Because I don't eat well. I'm not the most health crazed person, but my family genes dictate kind of a longer life if we go by how long my relatives have lived. So, because 110 is one of the older ones, but not like the oldest. Well, okay, it is the oldest my family has lived to thus far, but it's not like an outlier. There is a ballpark area in which members of my family have lived to be around that age. So if we go in the if we split the difference between my unhealthy lifestyle and my ancestors living to be past 100, I'll probably die around like 78 or so. Yeah, I mean, that's always how I wanted my funeral to be. Like, okay, when I turn 78 and immediately perish from taking very bad care of my body, I'm like, you better not have a sad event. Don't drag all the grandkids to some sad Granddad Cahill event. Y'all better get smashed off your ass. I want everyone to be drinking and having a good time. Animator's body. Well, that's the thing. It's not even that. I just drink. I drink caffeine and I do not eat particularly healthy foods. I have a lot of protein, though. Lord in heaven, do I eat protein. Between eggs, peanut butter, different kinds of meat, I'm proted up. Might as well call me Proto Man from the Mega Man series. I should go to prison. Oh, that'd be kind of cool. Boo. Boo. Pretty high frequently. My blood pressure? Are you talking about you frustrating me, Shadow Mage? Shadow Mage, I will not let you be the thing that kills me out of pure spite. If you think you're going to be the one to do me in, Shadow Mage, I got news for you. I'm powered on anger and spite. You won't have what it takes. No. Stop. Stop. Living in the city. No one lets me down. My chat lets me down quite free. I'm joking. Y'all are great. Shadow Mage, immediately banned. Shadow Mage, executed for his crimes. Arson, manslaughter. Conspiracy to commit wire fraud. Wire fraud. I wish. They don't let me down either. I want to pet a cow. I was about to say, because since I moved to Florida, I've seen quite a few cow farms. There are a lot of farms in Jersey, but not like cow. There's plants, you know, not a lot of livestock. But there's cows here. I love them. The cow go moo, and I would like to pet some. I don't know how. Have you petted a cow? So please answer in the affirmative. Oh, I've seen them. I know what you mean. And fluffy cows are God's proof of love. Many. Okay, good. Because otherwise, I was going to order you to. I'd be like, there's no. You have forfeited choice. And I now demand you go pet a fluffy cow. The only reason I've ever wanted to learn music is to attract. Because if you, I'll tell you to Google something. If you've never seen the video of the man playing saxophone and a bunch of cows come running from over the hill, because apparently cows love saxophone. Then go watch that. Yes. Pet the cows. It's very good. It is very good. This music is from Sonic R, right? That was a weird Sonic game. I've never been like chased by like a goose or a duck, you know, one of the meaner species of birds a lot of people talk about. And I feel like the reason is, and we literally did a tier list on this, if I were to be attacked by a bird like that, I would be like, well, you're a bird. So here I'd be like, listen, you're a bird and I am large human. I'm a big ape. I am big man ape. I not an emu. An emu has every bit of bite to back up its bark. But like a duck who's like a little too sassy for its own size. I feel like they know. Oh my lord, Shadow Mage, you need to drop this bit. But I love you, Shadow Mage. Don't sweat it. I think they get the vibe from me that I'd be the type of person to like punt them like a football. I'm like, yeah, you can bite me with your beak, I guess, but at the end of the day, I will not back down from this confrontation, Mr. Duck or Goose. Yeah. And that's the other thing. I love animals. So I'm not going to give them a reason to like chase after me or be aggressive towards me. I want to be their friend. So maybe they're just like, this guy's not a threat. Or they're like, this is not... I wonder if those kinds of birds, like not emus, like I'm talking like smaller things like ducks and geese, the kinds of things where a human could absolutely fight one of them for sure. I wonder if any of them legitimately have a read on what kind of humans they can fuck with and be like, this will be fine, they'll be scared of me, versus the kind of humans where it's like, if I go up to this guy, I will get destroyed. That being said, obviously never, ever, I don't think this needs to be said, but let me say it anyway. Never be mean to any animal, let alone like a bird. They got hollow bones and everything. The reason I'm not afraid to fight him is because I know I'll win. So don't be mean to him. Because it's just bully. It's just bully. No bully. And paper skin, exactly. Sometimes animals deserve it. I mean, they gotta be a real mean. Animals are innocent until proven guilty to me. They gotta be doing some real whack stuff. Never been mean to them. I believe you, Angso. I'm not concerned about you. I'm concerned about the wider internet as a whole. Is the thing. Oh yeah, I didn't get to finish this one thought. I wasn't gonna say it while Angso was just hanging out in chat because I didn't want there to be any pressure. But I've been stuck at the same follower number for so long. It's not even like necessarily affecting me. It's just interesting that the number may, because you would expect, like, you know, a kind of ebb and flow, but no, it's the same number all the time. I'll get follows during streams, but then I'll go back to the number the next day and it will be the same. It's really interesting. Oh my lord. I can't believe they had the same thought. Shadow Mage and Inkso are wearing the same hat. And it's a mean hat. Aw, stop. You don't gotta do that. I appreciate people stopping by, though. I appreciate lurkers. Because, I mean, I was talking about this, right? I was asking, like, chat about game I would play if it'd be cool if I played Observation Duty, and a lot of people were like, I'll watch you doing whatever. It's like, yeah, but I also want to take streaming a bit seriously, because honestly, after having a bad job, I really like a nice job. And streaming would be a great job to have. I'm never going to count on getting streaming as an actual gig. But if I can make it happen, I think it's worth a shot, you know? It's worth giving a try. Don't use hats for me. So I appreciate just like people lurking in the stream and hanging out. I mean, I keep hearing that, and it's definitely true because they've gotten rid of like hosting and stuff like that, but Twitch has, among other downgrades, has been like made it harder to discover new streamers. So if I never like get very far with streaming, am I still considered a new streamer, or am I just an old unsuccessful streamer? That's mean. Because you know what? Success is not measured by one metric. It's measured by multiple things. You know, there's a lot of factors into, you know, I mean, I'm happy with the community I have right now, if I'm being honest. Because I've been blown, I mean, like, different events we've done, and I've talked about this a lot, but like, the different events we've done and the amount of support poured out for it is like, oh my lord. Y'all go nuts. Bunch of cuties. A bunch of cuties around here. I say it a lot, but that's because it's true. It's funny because it's true. Oh my goodness. I think... Oh no. I think we're gonna do a little raid after this. We've made some good progress. Got like, they're not color, but we got a couple frames done. I'll do, you know, run some checks on them and stuff like that. Cute and pretty good. Yes, and you know what? I appreciate... Not only do I appreciate new chatters and stuff like that, the fact it's another animator is real neat. Thanks, Chef. Nothing. Okay. I wasn't even getting that aggressive, Shadow Mage. But, you know what? If you want to come at me like that. Shadow Mage, should we do one of those YouTuber boxing events? Even though neither of us have like 1 million subs. Oh, you're talking. You get complimented on because Shadow Mage is cool. Just Shadow Mage and me do a WWE-esque event where his sarcasm has gotten to me to the point where we can only have it out in the Hell in the Cell. And then I come in with the steel chair. I do, like, after I'm still not a big WWE guy, but after learning more about it, I definitely have more respect for them. Because I get why the response to it's fake is no, it's scripted. Because it's still, like, stunt work. There's a large amount of physicality to it all. Which is ignoring the fact of, like, the work they do off camera just to look like that. So, even though it is like this can be more of like a silly performance thing, it doesn't mean it doesn't deserve a good amount of respect for how much work they put into it. Man, Sonic and the Black Knight is like the worst Sonic game to have one of the best songs to it. It's really ridiculous, the disparity. Is ballet fake? No, people fuck up their toes for ballet. Like, people get hurt for wrestling, but specifically feet are just destroyed for the art of ballet. I remember when I learned that, like, baseball pitchers end up needing to retire in, like, their 40s because of, like, the strain it has on their body. And eventually they just can't perform like that for going into, like, you know, I don't want to even say later in their life, but, you know, just the more the years go on. And I was like, that's wild. Yeah, I mean, that's what I'm saying, though. Like, yeah, because when you watch wrestling, it's pretty fucking obvious they're putting on a show. But then someone gets, like, body slammed from the top of a ladder, and it's like, well, that wasn't a fake thing. They didn't use holograms to throw that person off the ladder. They just did it. So respect for that. It's kind of like, you know, Jackass, but there's a I feel like there's less of a performance with Jackass. They're genuinely just kind of being a bit dumb, which is why it's called Jackass. But this is what I'm saying. Have some respect for what people do with their wrestling careers. Let's see. Okay, so we got. I already have 2 people to raid. Also had questions. Yeah, I mean, That's basically what Black Swan is about. I mean, there's a lot of movies about destroying your body for art, but even not seeing Black Swan, uh, I know from summaries and osmosis that it is both about going crazy and just destroying your body over performance art. Anyway, let's rate Tria. They're honestly one of the few people. There's like two people I'm following who are streaming right now, and Tria is one of them. So I'm not really sure what their plans are for today's stream, but Tria's a sweetie, so we might as well. But yeah, I appreciate y'all. I'll see y'all on Thursday for the first stream in a while. I mean, the first game stream in a while with some more Sekiro. And yeah, see you around then.